Hello and welcome back to another painting video. Today we are going to start the Destroyer section of our Necron Army. Let me plug this in. Hexmark Destroyer for our Necron Army. So let's get started with our gunmetal for the base of the body. So we just want to get the paint there, get our brush, load it up with paint, and then wipe some of it off so we don't have a ton. And then just go start doing like a light kind of dry brush of the armor. Trying to avoid some of these inward areas, but we got to get a lot of bits that are it's kind of compact together, so it's going to be a little challenging to get in there a little bit, but we'll do our best. Here we get our arms. Back of the head and like the neck area we want to get. So we have quite a few destroyers to paint. We have this guy, our heavy destroyers, and our Scorpec destroyers, I think is what they're called. The melee ones. To push to our 2,000 point army, because our first little push was to 1,000 points, so we can play a game, which I did, and I lost horribly, but we learned some things which made me add the melee guys to my army because I was really missing some melee. We also put the scythe back on the void scythe back onto the Overlord. I had taken it for the Staff of Light because I didn't want to miss out on a whole step of the game, but the Void Scythe is too strong to not have on your guy. And the, what's it called? The Doomsday Arc is a really good. Really like it. I've built my monolith. Unfortunately, that won't be on the channel for painting because it is too big to kind of manhandle around a camera. So I'm sorry about that. If I finish it before one of these videos, I can always show it on the camera, but just so I don't have to keep spinning it around while I'm painting it. It won't be here for that because it's too big. It's just too big. Okay, there's all of our gunmetal color. Well, not really. We just gotta switch to a smaller brush now. Switching to a smaller brush, getting our gunmetal here. And we're just gonna get the little blades on the guns, the little clawy bits. Trying to get one side first, and then we'll switch to the other side. We really should get the barrels too, but they're so tiny that we're definitely gonna miss and then hit the part that we want to keep black. So for the greater good, we'll avoid it. And just getting those. Make sure that we have the tops of everything covered. And then we gotta get in there, just making sure that we've got all the angles covered. Okay. Now we'll go to our brassy brass. Get our symbol on our chest, as well as any like corrugated hoses and the spine. I don't think we're going to have any corrugated hoses on this guy, but I think we can do some other things though. Like I think maybe we do these little joints and the hydraulic areas right there, just to add some more color variation to our model here, so it's just not a big blob of metal. I want to avoid that as much as possible. Just getting those little hydraulics. Getting those hand bits. Okay, and then we'll get the symbol on the chest here. And then the wire in there, the gut wires, and then we'll just do like a little kind of light dusting of the spine here with the gold. Okay. Now we're gonna do the medium sea gray. We're gonna do like the slap chop on the shoulder pads. So we'll get that, and we'll get a little dry brush going on here. So just get some gray on the brush, wipe a lot of it off, and then we're gonna go into these shoulder pads. And the face. Okay, and then we'll go to our white. It's just a matte white. Get on the brush, wipe it off, and then we're gonna dry brush the shoulders here. It's okay that we're hitting that stuff because we're painting over it, still we haven't painted it yet. And we'll get the mask here. Okay. And then while we have the white down, we're going to paint some of the stuff that needs to get airbrushed. So that's this little orb. Right here, and then we can kind of like just kind of highlight the face a little bit more in there. And then we'll get you should probably use a smaller brush. the guns have a lot of little details on them, so we're gonna get all those little dots and like the little mag inside, the little cylinder that's inside each of the pistols. We're just gonna dot it with some white so that it contrasts a lot better with our paint. Didn't get this size, so let's get here. It's a little hectic in there. It's a lot of little nooks and crannies to get into. It's kind of annoying. Cool, that's everything, and now we're gonna get the chest as well. We haven't washed yet, which might be a problem for putting this in here, but we've gone too far. We've gone too far. Okay. Now we'll switch to our Blood Angels Red contrast paint for the shoulders. Just get all those little areas. Something lower back there. Just clean off my brush a little bit to pick up some more of this, so it's not as heavy as we had it there. Okay, now we can go to washes, which is just Agrax Earthshade over most of the model. Try to avoid those spots that we put the white on, just so it's not as doesn't subdue that for our airbrushing in a second. Just getting the legs, making sure those are all covered. Let's go around that orange, the spot there. I noticed that I put some stuff there, but I didn't put it anywhere else, so let's just really quickly fix our mistake here. It's just there, and just there, and right there. I should keep it. Okay, and then back to our wash here, get these arms. Get this chest. Trying to stay out of the holes where the ribs are though. So that's why you want to do that last usually. So that's just our quick mistake, you know, trying to do this on my lunch break really fast. Just get the arms. The tips of the guns here. back into the arms here. Get the spine. Okay. I think that's all of it. Now we're gonna go to, we'll get some green going. So that's our Scorpy green from Vallejo. I was afraid this new bottle was gonna be a different color. It's not the same. The squirt bottle seems a lot better too, so don't be worried about the new Vallejo stuff. It matches. So now we're gonna get, oh shit, we're gonna get hoses. We don't want to have it leak all over our freaking model. Because of the wash is still kind of there. I'm gonna take a dry brush. I should be able to grab it. There we go. Yeah, just be careful with the hoses. Going all the way around the model. To all the guns. Probably just smart to work on one side at a time like this, so we'll get all the guns on the right side done first. Just really get it in there. You just got to rotate around the model. Make sure you're getting all of the black. Whew. Definitely remember to breathe. When you're doing this. It's easy because you're holding your breath when you're doing this. Well, I'm holding my breath when I'm doing this. I don't know about you guys, but so just remember, and take a break. Take a breath. And really just try to get around this whole thing. Sorry about that. What is that? We gotta get this guy. Okay, I think that's all of those. Now we gotta go to this other hand. I mean to the other side, so let's go here. We're trying to work one side at a time, so just keep. We'll worry about the inside in a second. And here. This guy reminds me of painting the big storm fiends. What are they called? From Skaven. The big guys, with all the different weapons that you can have on 3 of them. It's like a 3-man squad from Age of Sigmar. Painted them on the channel. Those guys just reminds me of that, just because of all these chords taking me back to my Skaven. Okay, now let's do the inside here. Just trying to get all the black parts. I think we can turn it this way too to see a lot different too. So let's go. Gotta get these for sure. Gotta get here. Okay, we just gotta get underneath in there. All right, so that's all that. Now we get our scarlet color for just the edge highlights on the red, because that's now had enough time to dry. Just put that on our brush here. Just get those, get that. And then lastly, we just need to airbrush. Let's get our little mixing pot, get our Escorpina green in there, and then some thinner slash reducer, I don't know what to call it. Put up our shield, do a little mix. Don't need a ton. Okay. And then grab our airbrush. Pour in our stuff. Make sure it sprays. And I like to do it this way with the airbrush just because it's a little lighter. It gives us kind of like an OSL effect. Probably thin the paints maybe too much, but we're gonna push ahead with what we have here. And we're going to get the eyes. A bit like that. We're going to get the ribs. And that is our, we can probably do like a little mix. Yeah, okay, anyway. And that is our Hexmark Destroyer. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like it, tell me what you don't like and we can see what we can do to fix it. But as always, we'll see you guys on the next one.